Okay, come to my next ninth video. Already I published 8 videos. This is 9. So those who new viewers here, newcomers, please subscribe and press the bell sign. Then you'll receive so many videos hereafter. Okay, next my parabolic question, problem number 9. Copy this table. Here table only provided, most the equation first and the table, but here table only available. So copy this table. X values from -1 to +5. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corresponding y values are x -1, y6, x0, y1, x1, y -2, x2, y -3, x3, y -2, x4, y dash blank. We have to calculate, we have to find that value. When x is 5, y takes 6. Right, first part, first question. So I won't describe more about the head of the question. The main part only we'll see how to answer. Right, this first part. By considering the symmetry of the quadratic function, comma, obtain the value of y when x equal 4. This is the first part. Those use my old videos in order, they knew well how to answer such a type. So every question I said after completing the table, you see the y coordinates, how it's varying, how it's distributed symmetrically. Always the y value becomes symmetric. See here, here 6, here 6, here -2, here -2, here -3. So therefore what the blank value, the unknown part, here 1, therefore here 1. So that's the case. So mostly the equation provided, we have to substitute for x value to find the y value. But here equation at the moment not available. By symmetrical identification, find the blank. So y is 1 when x takes 4. Second part. Now sketch the graph. Second part, sketch the graph, draw this graph. So pause my video and you prepare a graph sheet, and by using this table, always take the big, see this is the type of shape, full sheet. Don't draw small graph, no marks, right? Always take the full sheet, full use of the table, and take complete parabolic shape, smooth curve. Use the pencil only, no pen, no any other. Use by pencil, smooth curve. So this prepare a graph sheet. So this is the minimum curve. This is the minimum part. See both sides. Y values are decreasing from both ends. Therefore graph becomes a minimum, right? So prepare a minimum scale and draw this graph. Show the x-axis, y-axis the origin, and that side up to 5. Negative only 1, -1. You can take the very large two small squares, 1 unit in your ordinary graph sheet. Take the full use of the sheet. Y coordinates up to 6, up to 6 y values, below -3. Now plot these all pair of values in node x and y. When x is -1, y is 6. X minus 1, y is 6. X0, y is 1. X0, y is 1. X1, y minus 2. X1, y minus 2. X is 2, y minus 3. X2, y minus 3. X3, y minus 2. X4, that we found by symmetrical knowledge. X5, y take 6. So over smooth. This is the curve. You obtain, stop the video, pause the video, draw this parabolic smooth minimum curve, quadratic function, graph of the quadratic function. It's my 9th video and the 9th problem of the exam style questions. So here you can answer any type of problem in the future oil paper. Not only drawing but also all the other parts. For refer all these previous my videos. It's very clearly I shown fully workout problems. So second part is over. Right, third part. Part 3, write this. Describe the behavior. Describe the behavior of y. Describe the behavior of y as the values of x. As the values of x increases from 0 to 2. Increases from 0 to 2. Describe the values of y as the value of x increases from 0 to 2. It's a familiar problem for us now. When we follow through all these my videos, clearly I shown. It's like a range problem, range where to where. So here they ask x increase from 0 to 2, where x increase side. 0 to 2 that side, 0, 1, 2, 3 that side, x increasing side. So what the behavior, what the property, how is y vary? So the range idea, right? So here x 0 to 2, when x is going like this, x 0 to 2, what happened? So when x is 0, y is 2, x is 0 and x is 2, x is 0 and x is 2, we'll find the corresponding y values. If x is 0, y is 1. X is 0, y is 1. Okay. When x is 2, what is x is 2 y value? Y means graph value, function value. So see here and this line. So when x starts from 0 to 2, increase from 0 to 2, y comes like this up to here, the behavior. So not only drawing graph, you answer properly all the part to get full marks, 10 marks. Up to drawing you have 3 marks and blank 1 marks, 4 marks only. So please try to work out, fully answer, not only the part marks or not only for part drawing only. So see this, when x is 0 to 2, increase 0 to 2. When x is 0, y is 1, y 1. When x2, therefore the boundaries of y between 1 and minus 3, between 1 and minus 3. Therefore the answer is what? Decreasing, y is decreasing, no matter y is decreasing. But here they ask behavior. You can see your school book questions, so many behavior problem. They're shown in the example type also. I also mentioned my previous video. So y is decreasing when it starts from here to here. X goes from here to here, y is decreasing. So the answer is there are 2 types of decreasing here. From here see y6, y5, y4, y3. What happened? Positively decreasing, and here negatively decreasing. Therefore we can say that part answer into 2 pieces, cut into 2 parts. The answer is y decreasing positively from 1, when x is increased from 0 to 2, we take up to here y decreasing from positively from 1 and later negatively up to -3. Okay, y decreasing is 1 to 0, 1 to 0, y decreasing 1 to 0 up to here. Yours here y1, here y0, y decreasing 1 to 0, y decreasing 1 to 0, and further decreasing from 0 to -3. 0 to -3. That is negatively decreasing, right? Y decreasing positively from 1 to 0 and further decreasing negatively from 0 to -3. That's the correct answer. If I pause my video and see my explanation and connect idea not for this question, for any other in the future. Next, write part 4. Part 4. Express the quadratic function. Express the quadratic function. Express the quadratic function in the form of y equal x minus a square plus b. X minus a square plus b. So you know that we can write an equation of a function, various types. There are major 3 types. One is general equation, one is intersection pattern, as I mentioned many in the previous videos. Other one is completing square method. This is called completing square method. This method, you know, what are 2 parts, 2 values, and important values are what? One is symmetric value, one is maximum or minimum value. This graph is minimum graph. Therefore, what is A here? If you make the bracket to 0, you can find x equal what? Symmetric line. So here what is symmetric? Plus 2. So plus 2 is the symmetric. So A for 2. And what is B? Minimum value. That is -3. Therefore A is 2, B is -3. So the answer is y equal x minus A for 2 square plus final value, minimum y coordinate, that's the last value here, p, -3. So it's the and now only we know what the equation of the curve. Most 90% problem equation provided, table there, draw the graph. But here no equation. After completing the table, also drawing, we can calculate or we can determine the equation of the function or the graph. So it's the part answer. Recollect, refer it to how to identify this in the any future problems. Right, next part for part 5. Part 5, write this. Y equal k. Y equal k is a straight line. Parallel to the x-axis. Y equal k is a straight line parallel to the x-axis. Grade 8 maths. Y equal 1, y equal 2, y equal 5, y equal a number is always parallel to x-axis. So complete this. Y equal k is a straight line parallel to the x-axis. What is the interval in which k? What is the interval? What is the interval in which k should lie for this straight line, and the graph of the quadratic function to intersect at two points with positive x coordinates, with positive x coordinates, with positive x coordinates. It's a nice question. It's a best problem actually. So everything we work but different. The word, how they use this word is different. So when we solve quadratic equation using the graph, see my previous works, we draw a straight line, maybe y equal line, y equal 1, y equal 2, y equal 3, or y equal 5x form, y equal mx pattern, or y equal mx plus c pattern. We will draw. As they said here, when we draw a line, y equal k, this is a straight line, they said parallel to x-axis. So if we draw a line like this, you have, for example, see this, if I draw y equal 4 line, so k is 4 for example, right? Then see it cuts here, so what are the x values here? You can see here a value become a negative answer, and other one is here positive answer. If I draw the y equal 4 line, where the line and the curve cuts, take the two suitable solution along by vertically below on the x coordinate x-axis. So two negative answers. If you draw a line here like this, or if you draw here and a line like this, many lines, you can take where the line cuts the x value, you can find those two values. But here there's a condition. There's a condition implement here. They said that at 2 points, what are the two x points? Positive points, right? For the straight line, the graph of quadratic function to intersect 2 points with the positive x value. If I draw this line, here negative x value you can't take. If I draw another line, higher cuts negative you can't take. So try to draw a proper line when the line draw and take the x value is positive possibilities. So where are the possible chance for that straight line to the y coordinate, y axis? Where the answer? So if we draw here, see 2, here 1, here okay, here positive, here always positive, but here negative. If we draw here negative, see if we draw here, it takes positive cuts. If we draw somewhere below the 1, see, check your graph sheet, below the 1 if we draw, it cuts here somewhere here more than 0 value of the x, that means positive. If we draw here a line, see positive answer. Here always, that side always positive, no matter, don't bother about that part. Try to see here this time. Here draw positive value, both are positive. Here draw, both are positive. Two values take. If you draw here, what happened? See an important note I am saying here. If you draw here, what happened? Only one answer, like a tangent. You know tangent? This we'll study in the geometrical circles. If a line touches a circle called a tangent, right? So if we touch a line, only one solution. Therefore, you can't take y equal minus 3 line. You can't take y equal minus 3 line. But more than minus 3, like that, you draw various lines. But important here, what? Less than 1. Less than 1. If you take 1, if you draw the line 1, y is 0. 0, not a positive, not a negative. They say two positive values. So as I mentioned, you can't take y minus 3. Also, you can't take the y is 1. Yeah, what the answer is, the k boundaries, range of the k to take the two intersection positive values of the x. More than minus 3, less than 1. More than minus 3, less than 1, right? Therefore, the answer is, you can say like this, more than minus 3, less than 1. When writing the inequality, always write small to large, right? So y takes more than minus 3, any value, not only whole number, y equal minus 1.5, y equal minus 2.23, okay, y equal 0.5, or y equal 0.6, any value you can take, but more than minus 3, less than 1. Therefore, that is the k boundaries, k takes such values, right? It's a good question. Keep in touch for about this type of question. Practice, because not only drawing, so many parts there in the below of that drawing questions. You have to answer all these types. We'll see my my next question number 10. Problem 10 of this parabolic shape. Let's say show one of your book question. You can see that your part 2 I will show you page 55, question number 4. Page 55, question number 4 in your part 2 book. So if I can see the equation provided y equal minus x plus 1 into x minus 3 minus into x plus 1 into x minus 3. The table there minus 2 blank, minus 1 0, 3, x1 is 4, here 2 means 3, here blank minus 5. So usual pattern, equation provided. You know how this shape, behavior, how this shape, property, is the in front of x square minus symbol, see, maximum graph. By observing before without drawing, you can say what is maximum graph or minimum graph. This is a maximum graph because of in front of x square minus. So you can work quickly, stop the video, fill the table and draw the maximum shape graph. So the substitute is very important. If you miss one value, either plus, minus, negative also, if you miss, the graph never comes properly. So work clearly, substitute properly, find the y coordinate. So if x is minus 2, if x equal minus 2, what is y equal minus, put x4 minus 2 plus 1. Here x4 minus 2 minus 3 is your first step. Then try to your primary work, addition, subtract, that knowledge. x4 minus 2 plus 1, right? Here minus, what is minus 2 plus 1? Minus 1. Minus 2 minus 3 minus 5. Therefore y equal, all multiplication meaning minus, minus, minus 3 times, that is negative. Minus into minus, plus, plus into minus, minus. 1 times 5, 5. Same method, try to put x4, 3. You put x4, 3, see 1 bracket, 3 minus 3, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 0 into anything, 0. So we have now good experience by work 10 questions of parabolic shapes, quadratic functions. So see the table, symmetrical, y symmetrically distributed. Therefore, without drawing also you can say what is symmetric axis, what is maximum value. So we are minus 5, 0, 0. Here 1 and 4 are the turning point coordinate. X is 1, symmetric axis, maximum value is 4. Is the maximum curve. Without drawing we can answer many parts. Okay, now prepare a graph sheet and draw this. X up to plus 4, negative side minus 2, positively up 4, below minus 5. Now mark the values x minus 2, y minus 5, x minus 1, y0. Y0 mean x-axis. x0, y3, x1, y4, x2, y3, x3, y0, x4, y minus 5. Then draw the smooth, using the pencil, draw a smooth parabolic curve, maximum curve. It becomes like this, a smooth curve. Up to now you have in O-level scheme 4 marks, 3 marks for smooth curve, a large curve. If you draw very small, they won't give full marks, right? So always every video I said, every question I said, draw big, because in the marking, I'm in the marking panel. We will observe many students drawing very narrow, small curve. Very sorry, no marks, so draw full. Here for 3 marks, you have 1 blank in the final paper, so you have 4 marks part. We complete the 4 marks. And the 6 marks available, now we answer that. You can see that question number 4 in your book. So first they say first part is over. Find the values of y, that means blank is completed. Second part, sketch the graph, completed. First part over, second part over. Third part, so those haven't the book, you can write this question, problem number 3, third part. Write the coordinates of the maximum point. Write the coordinates of the maximum point. So this graph is a maximum, familiar problem, you know, symmetric equation, maximum value, turning point value, or refraction value, or the peak value, or a similar meaning of that term, right? So what the coordinate of the maximum? This is maximum point. So what are the coordinates? X and y. X is 1, y is 4, right? So 1, 4. 1, 4 is the x and y coordinate of the turning point or the maximum coordinate. Next, fourth part, part 4. Obtain the values of x, write this. Obtain the values of x for which y equals 0. For which y equals 0. Obtain the values of x for which y equals 0, and thereby verify the maximum value is correct. And thereby verify that the maximum value is correct. So you know the maximum value by observing the graph. Maximum value is 4, right? There's another pattern of verify. What do you mean verify? Mean we check whether the answer is correct or incorrect, right? So here the two parts in this question. Obtain the values of x where y is 0. What do you mean y0? X-axis. y0 mean x-axis. So what do you mean y0? There are 2 x coordinates. That means where the graph cuts the y-axis here and here. Here and here. 2 values of x when y takes 0. Therefore, write those values. When y is 0, x equal minus 1, x equal 3. X equal minus 1 and x equal 3. So they are first you find when y equals 0, what are the x values. So no doubt using your graph, everything can be determined, can be calculated, right? Now they will find, is this graph is maximum? Okay, is correct. But the left idea, so I show separately, see this graph. In one video I shown these things, here minus 1, here 3. Here minus 1, here 3. So what is some part 1 questions, we worked many problems in the past. Part 1 problem available, the part 1 question script, they provide the graph and they ask like this, what is the symmetric equation of this graph? Or maximum value is what, like that. So here you see completely 0 somewhere here, origin somewhere here. So completely we can say 4 centimeters, 4 units. Here 3, here minus 1, we take 1, therefore totally 4. So what is right? Half is the symmetric value, right? So completely 4 means 4 divided by 2. Completely 4 means 4 divided by 2, that is 2. Therefore symmetric axis is what? From here to, or from here to, from here to, from here to, right? So in this case I show the symmetric axis first. X equal, from here if I talk that add the 2, if I take from here subtract 2, right? So 3, if I take 3 here, subtract 2, answer is 1. Symmetric equation x equal 1. See here, x equal 1 is the symmetric. So very clear, not only for this question, that's why I drawn separate diagram. Using this without any big diagram, you can find symmetric equation. Simply follow this, recollect it, keep in touch. So now we verify whether the graph is correct or the maximum is correct. Now we know the x is one symmetric line, x1 is the symmetric line. Now go to the table, x1, y is 4, x1, y is 4. Therefore correct. That's the way. This is a discussion, or you can't discuss in the exam paper. Something you show this x equation and tell that and write that when x equal 1, y take the largest value 4. When x is 1, y take the largest value 4. Therefore the maximum value also 4. That's correct. Okay, see next part, that book question. Write down the interval of values. Write this. Write down the interval of values. Write down the interval of values of x for which y greater or equal minus 1. Y greater or equal minus 1. Write down the interval of values of x. Write down the interval of values of x for which y greater or equal minus 1. This is that part 5 on that textbook question. It's very clear problem. Those followed my video in order, those keep in touch. This is my explanation, my workouts here, simple part. So y greater or equal minus 1. Now you draw that line where y more than minus 1 or equal to minus 1. So here y minus 1. So here draw, this is y minus 1. So more than minus 1 means above. If there's no equal symbol, don't draw the dark bolted line. Draw a dot line, right? If equal comes only, it's a pure mathematics, we draw bolted dark line. So y greater than minus 1 means the graph. This is the function. More than minus 1 is the pattern of the graph. So which boundaries of x lie for that shape of the graph? So here it cuts C straightly this point, and here it cuts C like this. To find these value properly, if you draw only, you can find. You can't draw in a square, small U exercise book or CR notebook. It's the best work graph sheet. So follow in order, clearly show on a graph sheet. Then you can find these accurate value for the first decimal place. So I roughly show these values, maybe here minus 1.2, more than that, less than x, and between this the graph more than minus 1. That means I say what 3.2 like this. I don't know if you draw properly, check that. If they ask us shown as an equal symbol, you have to show an equal symbol. That's the boundary or the range or the interval, boundary values, the range values or the interval values of y when it takes more than minus 1. It's x coordinates, x ranges. See next part, that is here in the part 6. So many parts available, but exam they ask a drawing and only few 3 or 4 parts in the exam. But for practice question, important such a problem you have to work before the final papers. So that is what write is, write down the roots. Write down the roots of the equation. Write down the roots of the equation. Write down the roots of the equation, the 6-part problem. Minus x square plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. Write down the roots of the equation minus x square plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0. So very lot of question I worked in my earlier videos. It was an important part in exam question, solving the quadratic equation using the graph. So I explained many times. So how we work those, we pause and stop the video and refine. Those are newcomers, refine, see clearly. I think the first or second video I shown a big methods or big problem, a lot of parts of solving such cases. Okay, so the method. So we take this is second equation, but they asked to solve. You take the second equation. So what is the first equation? Therefore, the graph drawn is the first equation. But this pattern is given is the intersection pattern, right? This two bracket form we call intersection pattern. That is not enough. That pattern not enough to solve this equation form. Therefore, you rearrange. Get the general form of the quadratic ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Therefore, y equal, I multiple these two brackets, x into x square, x into minus 3x, 1 into x, 1x, and plus into minus 3. Okay, so y equal minus x square minus 3x plus 1x minus 2x minus 3. See, the bracket is very important. If you lose the bracket, you lose the marks. So very important. Everything properly show, not only drawing, fully answer, then only you can take the full high achievement for A pass for every sections. So y equal, now multiple the minus inside. The minus shows what? Graph is maximum. Now take the minus, multiple the bracket by minus x square minus plus 2x plus 3. This is our first equation. Every solving quadratic equation by graph, you need this pattern, then only it's easily solvable, right? Now what I said, the idea of solving, try to remove the x square. Try to remove the x square by solving these two simultaneous equations. Try to remove the x square. So here minus x square, here minus x square, here plus 2, same, both are same. So there is no difficult to solving here, but you have to rearrange by multiple the bracket up to this pattern. So it is simple here, 1, 3, 1, 2. So you connect the two equations, you can deduce, you can what we call deriving conclusion. But the result, y equal this, this equals 0. That means y equals 0. Y equals 0. Solved. Always after solving, it becomes a straight line equation. Y equals 0 is a straight line, famous straight line. Without y equals 0, no coordinate axis, no coordinate plane. So what is y equals 0? X-axis. Y equals 0 is x-axis. Therefore, two solutions are what? Where this parabolic curve cuts minus 1, cuts here 3. Where the curve cut the x-axis, two solution, right? So x equal minus 1 and x equal 3. These are the two solutions of this solving equation of this quadratic. Or find it's the roots, we call roots of all solutions are this. So right, next part, that means 7th part in the book, 7th part. Right, there is describe the behavior of the function. Describe the behavior of the function for write this 1 less than or equal x less than or equal 4. Describe the behavior of the function 1 less than or equal x less than or equal 4. And the important part, the previous question also we worked such a pattern of problem, how to give the answer for a behaviorness of the graph with the y coordinates, or sometimes they will give the y range, write the x range as answer. Some problem x range is given, write the y range as answer. So x is given, write the y range, how y is vary. Behavior of the function mean y value, how its y value range changes, or how the graph is changes. So see the answering method. Between 1 and 4, first to identify where are the 1 and 4. Where x1? Here x1, here x4, here x1, here x4. So you find what are the corresponding values of y when x1, when x4, when x1 and x4, what are the y value? See, when x is 1, y is 4. When x is 1, y is 4. When x is, draw a line and see where the line cuts the graph and see its y coordinate. And come here, draw y equal 4. When y equal 4, so I think that's minus 4. Minus 4, and you get it, take it properly. I assume that minus 4. When x is 4, when x is 4, now we draw that graph. Now when x is 4, y minus 5. Sorry. When x is 4, y minus 5. We brought it already. When x is 4, y is minus 5. When x is 4, y is minus 5. See, these are the y2 values. Then give a nice word form to get the answer. So when x is 1, y 4. When x is 4, y is minus 5. So when x is 1, y took the highest value, y here. Then what happened? X is increased. When step by step rapidly increase that, what happened? Y did drop, y drop, y drop, y drop is decay, decrease, y decrease, y decrease. When x between 1 and 4, y drop from 4 to minus 5. Y drop from 4 to minus 5. Your y value 4, finally minus 5. So y drop from 4 to minus 5. But we can give like the previous question we worked, we will cut into 2 pieces. So because see, here positively decreasing, here negatively decreasing. So best answer, you can give that into 2 parts, right? So now I say the answer. So write it. When y decrease from 4 to 0, when y decrease, or let's we write like this. When x increase from 1 to 3, when x increase from 1 to 3, when x increase from 1 to 3, y positively decrease. When x increase from 1 to 3, y positively decrease. And when x increase from 3 to 4, when x increase from 3 to 4, y negatively decrease up to minus 5. Y negatively decrease up to minus 5. Y negatively decrease up to minus 5. It's a very important part. So not only for this question, so something confused, students don't know how to answer, how the scheme expecting from you. Therefore, practice such a problem. You describe your own word, own type. Write it in inequality pattern or word form. You can write, as I mentioned, by word form also. So if you refer all my previous video, it's very good idea you can collect from this, the basic concept, and every form of this problem you can get full solutions.